A new day means a new chance to look for a job. This has been his life in his 23rd year in this world. He is simply an ordinary kind-hearted guy. Even though his kindness often causes detriment on his part, he still chooses to be a good man. One lazy afternoon, after the bus he was riding left without him, he decided to nap on a bench under the tree. Then, a girl wearing a dog hoodie named Lily Ryu wakes him up. Turns out that Lily is actually looking for a place to live. Coincidentally, he is looking for Howden's house, which is open for bed spacers. Not long after, Howden revealed himself as the landlord, and they decided to go home together. Upon arrival at the suburb, they have to walk quite a distance to reach the house. Here, Lily felt an ominous presence tailing them. Eventually, Lily reveals herself as a werewolf as the vampire girl named Vivian attacks and confronts her. Then, Lily successfully ended the fight with Vivian. After revealing her true identity, Lily decided to not continue renting at Howden's place. Howden, being the good man he is, could not let Lily sleep just anywhere in the middle of the night. Thus, the two of them went straight to his house. The next day, Howden wakes up to Lily's shout, only to find out that she is afraid of cats. This cat is Rolly, and he is Howden's pet. He then explains to her that Rolly is completely harmless. Later on, Vivian trespasses inside Howden's house. Vivian accuses of Lily kidnapping Howden. Then, as expected, the two engage in a fight. Howden successfully stops the two from fighting and then serves them both normal food, which is surprisingly something that they can eat. Soon after, Vivian revealed that he had the same leaflet as Lily, which means she is also looking for a place to live. Moments later, Lily and Vivian ended up fighting each other again after Howden accepted Vivian as the second renter. To solve the problem, Howden puts them in separate rooms. When Vivian looks for her money to pay the rent, she realizes that her money is missing. Vivian begs Howden to let him live in the house and pay the rent later on. In the meantime, Vivian acts as the housemaid who will clean the house and cook the food they will eat. A few moments later, Howden receives a call for a job interview. He then went to the location as instructed by the caller. When he reached the place, the caller instructed him what to do, and just like that, Howden saw the huge building which was upside down from a portal above. After getting sucked out by the portal, Howden sees a mysterious place where a mysterious blue creature welcomes him. When he entered the designated room, he saw a white-haired woman named Raven 12345. She explains to him that he is in a company called Space, and she is his future boss. Moments later, she explains further what his duties and responsibilities would be in his job. Basically, his job is to keep his tenants away from trouble. His boss then shows him his contract, which he quickly browses. With the great offer and lots of incentives, Howden signed the contract and accepted the job. After knowing the contract is signed by Howden, Vivian can't help but wonder who Raven 12345 is, and what Space really is. Nonetheless, the job will not threaten their lives as they seem not to be affiliated with demon hunters. Vivian then explains to Howden what demon hunters are and their goals. That being said, it could be possible that demon hunters keep an eye on them. Meanwhile, Lily sadly told them she could not understand whatever the two of them discussed. Later that day, Howden fell asleep and he woke up in a completely different world. In this world, he encounters wild hunting wolves that are ready to devour him. Lily then wakes him up from his dream. To his surprise, his dream is true, for he has the hair in his hand that he grabbed from the wolf. After learning what happened to Howden, Vivian offers an amulet as his protection from the evil forces. Moreover, when Vivian uses her blood magic on Howden, she is surprised that he is not affected by it. Not long after, Howden receives a call from his boss telling him to meet him the following day for an urgent task. The next day, Howden goes to his boss to learn about his task. Raven 12345 then appears in a brown fit suit gardener's outfit while wielding a huge sword, which is her warship chopping blade. Moments later, the two formally meet at the office. Then, his boss gave him a device that could help him detect danger. This bothers Howden as he is not a fighter to engage in any type of danger. His boss then explained to him that he does not have to worry about anything, for he is basically immortal under their care. Even if Howden's body is destroyed, they can simply look for a new vessel for his soul to continue working. Moments later, the two went straight to the enhancement center where they adjusted Howden's body to gain some special abilities. Soon, a coffin that looks like a human vessel appears, and his boss forces him to go inside. After clicking some buttons in the system, the human case of Howden rotates at high speed. Yellow electric charges came out that engulfed the case. Then, all of a sudden, the human case vanishes in a blink of an eye. Moments later, Howden wakes up in the same world he dreamt of. The device that was given to him activates and informs him of what is happening. However, when Howden asks the device to bring him some light, magical coat, it becomes so mad and clarifies that he can only provide information. While roaming around the unknown world, the device explains to him that if he loses his life in that world, he will also die in the real world. Not long after their short quarrel, Howden felt an alarming presence in the wild. Turns out that the creatures that tails them are the same wolves that devour Howden in his previous realistic dream. As the wolves attack Howden, he manages to trigger one of his skills, which looks like body protection. Thus, all of the wolves that bit him got broken fangs. After that incident, they cried out loud to let their alpha know what is happening to them. Enraged by the signal of its pack, the alpha comes out and chases down Howden. No matter how far Howden had run, the alpha still managed to catch him. The wolf tried to devour him, but just like his pack, his fangs got broken in the process. Howden trembles in fear after hearing the alpha talks to him. The alpha told him that his meat would be perfect for his cubs. As things begin to escalate, Howden bargains with the alpha. He told the alpha that if he were able to send him to the nearest human settlement, he would look for a dentist who could fix their fangs. Though the alpha does not trust humans, he still accepts Howden's proposition. When they reach the human settlement, the alpha leaves and Howden is eventually sucked out by a portal. Meanwhile, in the other world, Lily is putting a bandage on a pup's leg. Then, she accidentally bumps into a weird, tough-looking man. On the other hand, Vivian enjoys cleaning the house. Back in the enhancement center, Howden manages to come back alive. Then, he explains to his boss that he already went to that world when he was dreaming. Moreover, he gives the fur to his boss as a proof of his claims. Before going home, his boss told him that he would fly to Europe in a few days to welcome a new tenant to his house. She also assures him that the company covers all the expenses of the trip.